Hello, 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 hello. I'm back, guys. Yes, this is the Car Chronicles, I guess. With the busy life that I have, this is the only time that I have that I can go live. Yes, it is still sunny in California. I don't know where you are, but welcome, welcome, welcome. So I am in between work, picking up my daughter, going to sell Girl Scout cookies, and I decided to come on and, as I promised, talk a little bit about Tell Yourself. If you watch my video from Sunday, you would see the various things that I do. And the first thing is I am an encourager. So I'm on here just for a few minutes to talk about listen, tell yourself. Oftentimes we talk too much to other people. Oftentimes we're not praying enough and talking to God. And oftentimes we're talking to other people and, they're telling us their viewpoint on what they would do. And we build relationships with other people, but it's time to build a relationship with yourself. Honestly. And, tell yourself what you need to hear. Ask yourself some questions about your life. Ask yourself some questions about what's going on with you and why you do the things you do. And it's time to do some soul searching. That's if you want change. It's easy to say you want change, but not do anything about it. It's easy for us to, because I've been there. I'm telling you, anything that I say is from experience. I'm speaking from experience. And so we oftentimes say, I'm not all made up today, y'all. I'm wearing my ponytail. I'm just leaving one thing to do another. So at any rate, I am in full transparency mode right now. So here's the thing. What are you doing to help yourself? What's your thought pattern? Have you had a conversation with yourself recently to just kind of figure out where you are, what you're doing, what you're going to do? How are you going to get out of this mess that you're in? How are you going to get these monkeys off your back? What's the plan? Because guess what? It's just going to continue. That mound is going to continue to build on top of itself. And if you're not doing anything about it, before you know it, you are in the mound and have completely disappeared. Meaning, you don't know what's going on. You don't care. You're depressed. You're in a state of darkness. And I talked Sunday about being in that dark room and the light coming on. The light could come on in your mind. Someone will say something. You'll hear something or do something. I follow quite a few motivational speakers, and Eric Thomas is one of those that I've been following for a while. I literally listened to him for an entire year, every day, 8 hours a day. And when I did that, I was coming back from a real, a sad place. Wouldn't say a dark place, but a sad place. This is all about transparency for me, because I know where I'm going. I don't need nobody trying to dig up nothing on me. I'm going to tell you like it T.I. is. All of it. What you don't want to know, what you want to know. So, at any rate, I was saying, I listen to the motivational speakers, and somebody may say something that just turns on the light in your mind. But again, it goes back to, are you tired of being sick and tired of your situation? Like, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? We depend on other people. And I know sometimes it's from lack of knowledge. We just really don't know what to do. But until you get in a quiet place, have some conversation with God. For me, my tools, the tools that I use personally, is fasting, separating myself, getting quiet so that I can hear, And it's amazing how things will just come to you, and you will see things that you've never seen before. You could look at a scripture that you've read your entire life, and while you're fasting and praying and in a quiet place and sincerely from your heart desiring something different from God and making that known to Him, I'm telling you, things just open up for you. They really do. You also have to start confessing what you want. Some people call them affirmations. Some people call them confessions. You call it what you want, but you start speaking what you want. You start saying who you are. It's time for some building a relationship with yourself. What type of relationship do you have with you? How well do you know yourself? So if you had to do a questionnaire right now and then ask questions like, what's your favorite color? Where do you like to travel? Do you like to wear skirts or bell bottoms? Or what type of blouse do you like to wear? What type of food do you like to eat? What's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? Can you really answer those questions about yourself? What are your goals for the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself a year from now? Where do you see yourself a month from now? Where do you see your credit a month from now? Where do you see your marriage? Where do you see your relationship with your spouse a month from now? Are you in an unhappy marriage? Why is it unhappy? Why are you unhappy? Why is he unhappy? You know, what's going on? You need to have a sit down, put everything on the table, what's going on conversation with you. And that doesn't make you strange or creepy or crazy. I'm telling you, you will feel so much better. I'm not saying sit down and cry about whatever's going on in your life. I'm saying sit down and have a conversation. Just like you would have a conversation with me. No, you're not going to talk to yourself. Of course you're not. But you're going to sit down and you're going to write it out. You can write it out. You can think it out. You can pray it out. You can talk to someone else. But these are some serious questions that a lot of times we don't ask ourselves. And we just continue to go on and let the cycle go on from day to day, month to month, year to year. And we find ourselves stuck. And it keeps piling on. The stuff just keeps piling on, piling on, piling on, piling on. And before you find yourself hidden in all of that mess, when you could take some time to figure out, because I know I've been running. Sometimes I've been in a position where I was running just to get things done. And although I was getting things done, I wasn't getting anything done. That's called desperation. You're desperate to fulfill a need, and all you're doing for 30 days out of the month is doing whatever you have to do to fulfill that need. I'm just telling it to you, putting it in the way that I know how to say it. I'm just keeping it real. We just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. And whether that's because I believe that we should minister to 5 areas of our life. And we should open ourselves up to be ministered to, or to be coached, or to be talked to, or to be mentored in 5 areas of our life. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. Those are 5 areas that you got to be mentored. You have to talk about it. You need a plan. What are you doing in those 5 areas? Because that makes up the person. So that is your whole being. Those 5 areas of your life. So what are you doing in those 5 areas of your life to make a change in those areas? If you, and most of the time it's financially. But I tell you what, if you start with spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, I promise you financially will start adding up for you. Because if you start with financially, you just going to make yourself tired physically from stress. You're going to make yourself tired mentally, emotionally, and physically from stress, worry, doubt, not knowing where it's coming from, not knowing what you're going to do, how you're going to do this. I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and I was like, oh gosh, you're doing so well. And she said to me, girl, I'm robbing Paul to pay Paul. not robbing Peter to pay. Not robbing Peter to pay Paul. She said, I'm robbing Paul to pay Paul. Now, come on now. Y'all know we have heard robbing Peter to pay Paul. But if you go rob Paul to pay him, oh my gosh. That is a serious matter. So at any rate, I just wanted to jump on really quick. This is what I'm going to be doing. I pray that you would turn on your notifications so you can hear from me. I am going to be doing some pre-recorded stuff starting next month, and I'll be telling you more about that. But this is a part of me lining up in those 5 areas of my life. And I would say number 6 is purpose. Because once you do all of those things, the purpose will come to you while you're in the process of grounding yourself in those 5 areas of your life. Then purpose will begin to come to you, as is for me. This is only the beginning, and I'm excited about it. But please turn on your notifications, share the videos. If you can find the video from Sunday, that is where a great place to start. Again, I will say I am not a licensed therapist, but I am licensed in my life story. I am licensed in my experience, and God has given me a gift to do what I do. So I no longer, and I am going to unapologetically do that. I no longer am going to hide. One of the pastors at my church, I forgot my glasses one Sunday, and I just love this man. Oh my God, I won't call his name out because I just won't do that. He doesn't like to be called out. Very humble man, who has really been a rock. He and his wife have been a rock for myself, for my daughter, and for the both of us as a family. And I tell you, he said to me one day, I forgot my glasses, running late. Just, again, y'all know if you listen to me Sunday, I don't like to be late for church. So I left my glasses at home, so I wouldn't be late for church. And we got there, and I was talking to him after the service, and he said, oh, you don't have your glasses. So throughout but by the time I got to my car, several people had said to me, oh, you don't have your glasses. And I was like, no. But what he said to me was, I can see your eyes. You can't hide behind those glasses anymore. Wow. And so I just started to think about other areas in my life. What am I hiding behind? What am I hiding behind, and why am I hiding? So these are tough questions that we have to ask ourselves. And I just think that we're in a season now where if you're tired of being tired, of being sick, and you're sick of tired of being sick and tired, if you're just like at that place where there is no end, you've had enough, then it's time for you to turn inward. Because outwardly, you've done everything that you think that you can do. I do believe, it is my belief, and again, if these aren't your beliefs, then I'm not speaking to you. But if they are, then I encourage you to turn inwardly and begin to build a relationship with yourself, in that you know who you are. And unless you spend time with yourself, it's just like any other relationship. If you're in a marriage or you're dating someone, then you spend time with that person to get to know them, to get to know what they like. How do you know your husband's favorite color, or your wife's favorite dress, or her favorite food, or whatever that favorite thing is? How do you know that person's goals and what they want to do in life? How do you know these things? It is by asking questions, spending time, listening. These are things that you have to do for yourself, with yourself, honestly, if you want to move forward in your life in the way that you want to move forward in your life. Yeah, you can continue to move forward and do things the way you've been doing it. But for me, that has not been adding up. So, got to make some changes, right? So I said today, listen, tell yourself that I'm not going to be distracted or discouraged by what other people think, what they say to me, their actions or their reactions, or what they might even say about what I'm doing. I don't care. I don't care about what you think about what I'm doing. If you can't say something positive, uplifting, or if you If you can't add to or bless what I'm doing, then I don't want to hear your negativity. You can keep that to yourself, or you can tell somebody else about it, because I'm just at a space and a place in my life where it's irrelevant. Like, I'm focused. So are you focused? What is it that you want? What is your why? Why do you want to do what you want to do? So that's it. I have made it to my next destination. I gotta get ready for cookie sales and, oh boy, the life of a single parent, the life of a busy life, the life of just trying to do what I want to do and be happy doing that. So I don't have anything else to say other than don't let people discourage you. Don't allow people to what they have to say or their opinions about what you're doing. It's time to start cutting some people off too, as a matter of fact. If they're not adding to, then they're taking away. And if they're not adding to or taking away, then they're just heavy weight that's just there that you don't need. And my advice is to gently but very boldly and courageously make some disconnects so that you can make the right connections in your life, doing what it is that you feel you need to be doing so that you are happy and you're happy within yourself. So don't be moved. Don't get distracted. Don't be so easily distracted. I know for me in the past, I had something happen today where someone said, "Oh, you can't do that." And while they were telling me I couldn't do it, they were still patronized. They were still purchasing from me. I'm not sure why they said you can't do that, but I can remember a time where I would have gone and I would have gotten a little discouraged by that, and like, well, why can't I do it? I've been doing it, or whatever the case might be. I would have gotten a little discouraged by that. But today I was like, okay, whatever. So you're not the one in control. When the one in control tell me I can't do this, I'll stop. But I'm going to keep doing it because I know, according to the rules, this is what I can do. So you just gotta get out of yourself. Oh, let me say this real quick. How many people on here or listening to me overanalyze things? That is the beginning. That is a great start, a good place for you to start. If you are an overanalyzer, you need to ask yourself why. Why do I overanalyze? You need to Google it. You need to, whatever you need to do. It's time out for us. You got to do the work yourself. And so even if that means Googling, even if that means getting a book and reading about it, people aren't going to do it for you. You got to do the work yourself. If you're lazy, this is not going to work for you. If you really want it and you're willing to put in the work, you'll start seeing some changes in your life. But don't be easily discouraged. Becoming easily discouraged can cause you to allow people to be a distraction for you. And you don't want that either. I'm sure you've had enough distractions. You had enough discouraged days. If you're ready to win, it's time to win. And it's going to start with you. Listen, tell yourself. Listen, tell yourself. Listen, tell yourself. I'm so serious and I'm so passionate about this. You got to tell yourself. Like, you really got to tell yourself. I had an incident happen 2 days ago. And initially, I went to react the way that I normally react in the past. And I said, listen, Felicia, you're not going to do this. This is a change. You're making a change. So I decided to do the opposite of what I normally do. And in doing the opposite of what I normally do, greatness came out of the incident. But if I had reacted the way that I normally react, which is what we shouldn't do, we shouldn't be reacting anyway. We should be responding. And so I decided to respond versus react. And once I responded, the other person responded back. And I responded in love. They responded back in love. But if I had reacted out of my anger and disappointment or my emotions at that moment, then that person, of course, would be like, hold up, wait a minute. Because that's the way I am when people react to me out of their emotions or their feelings. I become defensive as well. Or I have in the past. I'm really working on that. So, nevertheless, and at any rate, I'm going to sell some Girl Scout cookies. This is a moment. I don't know how long I've been on here, but I plan only be on here about 10 or 15 minutes. Because one thing I don't want to do is take away people's time. Time is priceless. And I want to be able to say a quick word of encouragement. Give a quick testimony, because we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. We live our lives to help someone else. And so that's it, and that's all. I pray that you have a great Tuesday. If you want some Girl Scout cookies, let me know. If you want to buy some jewelry, let me know. You want to sell some real estate, let me know. And in order to get that, you have to go back and listen to my my live on Sunday. So much love to each one of you. Thank you for your precious time. Have a great, amazing Tuesday night. Love you much. Bye.